left that office to serve as a county corporate counsel for 20 years. I had some successes, I had some failures. I have had experience, as Mr. Hilson relates, he has had with regard to prosecution of both murder and armed robbery matters. Again, I'm not here to represent that over the course of the 37 years I've never lost a case, as appears to be the position taken by Mr. Hilson. The problem you've got with the prosecutor's office perhaps may be that there's too much status quo, and perhaps what an older fellow like me, who's basically been around the block and sometimes kicked around the block, might offer are some new ideas, not just for the Muskegon prosecutor's office, but for criminal justice and law enforcement overall. I have been involved in a great number of areas of practice: bankruptcy, personal injury. I've sued governments. I've represented the Muskegon County Road Commission, townships, County Muskegon, community mental health, lots and lots of boards, commissions. I've dealt with Republicans, I've dealt with Democrats. I am in a position, based upon my experience, to offer some leadership in addition to capability with regard to the trial of a criminal matter. Thank you.
Now, Mark Curtis will give his intro.
Thank you. My name is Mark Curtis. First, I want to thank MLive and MCC for having this debate. I think it'd be very productive. I think it's important for everyone to get a chance to see the candidates, especially with the primary being on August 7th. Usually this doesn't happen until after the November election. But I think it's important that you all know who I am. I was born here in Michigan, graduated from high school in Bay City, and at that point in time decided that I was going to go into the U.S. military as a military police officer. I had two decisions I had to make. One, I could either wanted my dreams were to be a state police officer, state trooper, or become a prosecuting attorney. And at that point in time, I knew that I wasn't grown up enough to be able to go to college and get it done, and I decided that I should start my public service by being in the Army. And I did that for 5 years. Deployed to Iraq, deployed to Panama, was a canine handler for 3 of those years. Why is that important? Because that shows that there's more than just what involves here in Muskegon County in the prosecutor's office. There's more going on than what you just do in one office. When I came back, I went to Michigan State University, and then I went to school at Thomas Cooley Law School. During that time, I worked for the ex-Attorney General Frank Kelly as his law clerk, where I learned how to be an attorney, not just a lawyer. I learned how to treat people the way that they should be treated somewhat. What your support staff does for you. I met my wife, Mindy. We moved here to Muskegon after I graduated and started our family. My wife's a public school teacher at Muskegon Public Schools. My 2 kids are enrolled. One child is enrolled at Fruitport, the 6-year-old, and the 2-year-old is at Ross Park. Why is that important? That's important because I realized when my children were born and saw the way that this community was going, that this isn't a place that I want my children to grow up in. We need to change the philosophy of that office. We need to change the way that we're doing. And like Mr. Corbin said, it's time to change the status quo. And until we do that, you're going to keep getting the same thing.
Okay, thank you. Now we'll start the questioning. We'll start with Mr. Corbin. The questions, every candidate will have a chance to respond in a 1-minute time frame, and then there will be an opportunity for rebuttal.